Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video is going to be another creepy one because my scary videos seem to do really well, so I decided to make another one, because why not? So today I have two creepy stories. I tried to look them up again because I couldn't remember what website I found them on, and some of it is still kind of blurry, but I remember certain things of it. And it will probably come back to me as I'm telling the stories, but I have two. And this first one I'm telling is my favorite one. It's amazing, and you'll see why. Well, not amazing, but it's one of my favorites. And you'll see why. So there were these two girls, we'll call them Mandy and Sarah. So Sarah begged Mandy to go to a fortune teller with her, and she doesn't really believe in that stuff. She's like, why? But she decided to go anyways because her friend was, talking her into it. She's like, okay, maybe I don't believe in it, so what's it gonna hurt? So they go, they meet her, and the fortune teller, starts telling Sarah her fortune, like what her future, what's gonna happen, and she's believing it. She's like, oh my gosh. And the girl looks up at Mandy and is like, would you like your story told? Like your future told? And she goes, yeah, why not? What's it gonna hurt, right? So she tells her she has three strokes of two of good luck and one of bad. And she's like, okay, like, whatever. Like, one, she will find true love, and, they'll be happy together. She'll find her best friend, her true love, and she'll have one thing of bad luck, and it'll be, I think it was, like, for the rest of her life or something. So, she's like, oh, okay, whatever. So later on in that year, she finds someone, they fall in love, just happy as can be. And then she grew a family. And one night, she woke up from this nightmare that someone came in and murdered her kid. Like, someone came walking in, picked up her kid, and killed the baby. Just a horrible thing. And she woke up in cold sweat, and she's like, oh my gosh. She went to go check her child. Child is no longer there. So she wakes up her husband. They're freaking out right now because the baby is not in their room, not in the crib. She goes to the window and looks out and sees her baby. So, them both are devastated. It's been, like, so hard for them. And, they lost their only child. So she's like, okay, maybe, like, what was that? Like, maybe that was the bad thing or whatever. But she's crying. She's having a hard time going to bed. And one night, she actually fell asleep by her husband. And she had another dream that someone came in and murdered her husband, stabbed him to death. So she woke up again in a cold sweat. She's like, oh my gosh, tried to wake him up. She turned him over, and there was blood everywhere. And there was a knife in his chest. So she's crying, and she's like, what the frick? The fortune person said I would only have one thing of bad luck. She didn't say that my husband and my kid would be killed. Like, what the frick? So she is pissed. She went back to the fortune girl. And she's ranting to her. She's crying. She's having a hard time. And she goes, sweetie, the bad luck is that you sleepwalk. I mean, it's sad, but that's like, when I first read that story, I got freaking chills, man. Like, that was I don't know what I would do in that situation. Knowing that you killed your freaking husband and your kid. Ugh. I don't know what I would do. That's just terrifying. Now time for the second story. This one's pretty good too. a group of friends, this story is pretty short, a group of friends, eight was it 8? Yeah, 8 kids went on a hike, like up in the mountains and everything. And later on, like they were supposed to stay there for like a week or something. So they stayed there, and then they realize that they're stuck up there. They can't get help or anything, so they have to stay there for a while. And it's horrible for them. They have to do certain things that they don't want to do and everything, and like just gross stuff. So finally someone found them, got help and everything. But the thing is, it was only 7 people that got back. And everyone knew it was, there was another person. And all 6 of them were fine. They were happy to finally be back. And one person in particular went to an insane asylum. And the cops were wondering what happened to their other friends, since there was a group of 8, and now there's only 7. So 6 of them were just saying, oh, person passed away, just terrible. Like, I think they said like the person killed themselves because it was just they were scared. They didn't know what to do. So they stayed. The person just offed himself, right? And then the cops, the FBI or whatever you want to call it, you want to say, went to the person that was in this insane asylum. And they're like, oh, I'm looking for so-and-so. The doctors bring them to that patient. And you see the patient sitting in a corner, like knees tucked into their stomach, just rocking back and forth, hitting their head against the wall. And you can tell that something is seriously going on. So they go over there and they're like, hey, what happened to this person that you went on a trip with to the mountains? And all they're saying is 8, 8, 8, 8. Freaking cannibalism, man! That story is pretty creepy, I will admit, but the first one really, really got me. First story was crazy and intense. But yeah, comment which one. Did you like the first story or the second story? Because both of them were pretty good. I'm actually pissed that I can't find that website that I found those on. Because I tried to be descriptive on it and I still can't find it. But anyways, yeah, that's it for this week's video. Like and subscribe, and as I just said, comment which story did you like, the first or the second. And if I find any more stories like that, I will definitely let you guys know. And yeah, share this with a friend, and I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and comment and share. Bye!